Reverse Alzheimer's with a coconut? With an exotic tropical fruit? With a simple supplement? It's not only possible. If you keep watching, you'll discover that it's happened time and time again. I'm going to tell you more about slowing, stopping, and even reversing Alzheimer's than you'll ever hear from 99% of all doctors. And here's another reason to keep watching. I can tell you from experience, the mainstream medical establishment doesn't take kindly to presentations like this that tell you how to reverse supposedly irreversible health problems. So this presentation may not be available much longer. If you or someone you care about is suffering from memory loss, dementia, or Alzheimer's, then you know how cruel these diseases can be. You've seen for yourself the small frustrations and memory lapses that get worse every day, the slow day-by-day loss of cherished independence, the shocking changes in behavior, and eventually the heartbreak of not even remembering loved ones or how to perform basic functions like eating, going to the bathroom, or getting dressed. The emotional and physical toll it takes on the patient as well as on the entire family can be devastating. That's why I'm not exaggerating when I say that the breakthroughs I'm about to reveal could literally have a life-changing effect for you and those you love. Because a small group of maverick physicians around the country is revolutionizing the treatment of memory loss, dementia, and Alzheimer's. They are pioneering groundbreaking natural solutions that are simple, safe, and inexpensive. Best of all, these solutions are available and being used successfully right now. Most doctors still basically throw up their hands when it comes to memory loss, dementia, and Alzheimer's. Most doctors still use words like hopeless and irreversible. And they prescribe drugs that are expensive, dangerous, and too often completely ineffective. It's hard to believe, I know. That's why I'd like to tell you about Carolyn. Her problem started when she began to feel her memory slipping. Then came a wake-up call at church. Carolyn's husband knew something was terribly wrong when the pastor asked the congregation to turn to a certain passage in the Bible. Carolyn's husband knew that she knew her Bible backwards and forwards, but that day he watched in horror as she started bumbling and couldn't find her place. He insisted they go to the doctor. The diagnosis devastated both of them. Early stage Alzheimer's. When the doctor started talking about drugs, Carolyn asked if there was anything natural that could be done for her. "I don't know about that," replied the doctor. "I only prescribe the drug Aricept." So Carolyn called a friend, a nurse who works with people with Alzheimer's. The friend said that from what she'd seen, the patients who take drugs like Aricept must keep taking higher and higher doses, which sharply increases the risk of dangerous side effects. And ironically, some of these side effects mimic the symptoms of Alzheimer's, symptoms that include depression, mood changes, confusion, and hallucinations. In fact, drugs like Aricept do nothing for the underlying disease process. They're not effective for everyone, and if they help at all, they do so only for a limited time. A courageous Johns Hopkins geriatric physician says the only reason these drugs are so widely used is, quote, the understandable desperation of those who care for patients with Alzheimer's disease, and a relentless promotional campaign by drug companies. That's what one of the nation's top experts said. And that's why instead Carolyn's friend told her about an amazing new supplement. She described a woman confined to a nursing home who couldn't even recognize her daughter anymore. Then the daughter began giving her this supplement twice a day. And 3 weeks later, her mom was able to leave the nursing home. She once again knew her daughter and the grandchildren. The supplement had completely turned around her quality of life. Carolyn took the doctor's Aricept for just 7 days. But on the 8th day, she instead started taking the supplement her friend had suggested. By the 2nd week, she says, she started feeling a huge difference. She stopped forgetting appointments, and she started remembering little things again, such as putting on the coffee at night so it would be ready in the morning. On her next doctor visit, he talked to her and tested her for a long time. Finally, he said, "I'm just amazed. You're doing remarkably well. Usually, Aricept doesn't work this quickly." In fact, Carolyn's test scores had improved by an unheard of 150%. Carolyn then confessed that she had stopped taking the Aricept and was taking the completely natural supplement instead, the one her friend, the nurse, had told her about. The doctor wasn't upset at all. In fact, he told Carolyn, "I've got a lot of patients that need to be on that." He also told her that if she was taking Aricept, she would have had to come in for lab work on a regular basis to see if the drug was damaging her liver. But that was unnecessary now. "I really think you're on to something," he told her. Carolyn told the doctor she was so happy she could cry happy tears. She says, "I'd gotten withdrawn and didn't want to do anything. Now I get up at 6. I've got so much energy. I don't feel depressed. I'm doing so well and have started so many projects. Now my husband is afraid I'll overdo it. I pride myself on being alert and clear thinking and helping people," Carolyn says, "but I'd gotten to where I couldn't make decisions. I just wasn't thinking right, and that's worse than any disease. Now I've got my good attitude back." This is how Carolyn summed it up. "I really don't think you have to lose your mind before you die." What caused this amazing transformation in Carolyn? No magic, just pure science. The active ingredient in the supplement Carolyn took is called apoequorin, a protein with a very important property. It binds itself to harmful excess calcium in your brain cells. This protein is so important that the researcher who discovered it won the Nobel Prize. You see, our brains need a certain amount of calcium for good cell-to-cell communications. But as we age, our ability to get rid of excess calcium slows down. The brain's delicate calcium balance gets thrown out of whack. Inflammation sets in, and cell death skyrockets. Those inflamed and dying brain cells can trigger memory loss and even Alzheimer's. Apoequorin is a completely safe protein, one you already have in your own body. It can reverse this process, as it did for Carolyn. In fact, a major study proved that it can keep brain cells alive longer and cut brain cell death by up to 50%. In addition, a recent study confirmed that it significantly improves memory, attention, and concentration. Many people see improvement in as little as a week. You can find out more about apoequorin from the maverick doctor who uses it, including where to find the only supplement that contains this miraculous ingredient. It's all in a book I'm proud to have just published. It's called Awakening from Alzheimer's: How 9 Maverick Doctors Are Reversing Alzheimer's, Dementia, and Memory Loss. My name is Lee Euler, president of Natural Health Insiders, a publishing company that specializes in uncovering new ways to stop and reverse today's most deadly and feared health problems. I only wish this book had been available when my own mother suffered from dementia more than 12 years ago. We would have known what to do. I didn't have that good fortune, but I do have a book now that could mean you'll never have to go through what my family went through, because this new book is filled with more than a dozen safe, simple, and inexpensive ways